we are going to start an spot the arrogant VVIP movement here on Times Now. GVL Narasimha Rao, just for your attention, this is what I intend to do. We have a lot of viewers across the country, and using the Newshour as a platform, Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, we are planning to start a movement called Spot the Arrogant, Uncouth, Ill-Mannered, Undemocratic VVIP movement. Do you agree I should start this movement ASAP?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, fantastic. Great. So, I want to start the movement with Narendra Modi Ministry Cabinet Minister Ramvilas Paswan. Do you think I should start the movement with him?
I think Arnab...
No. 1 minute. 1 minute. I want to start the movement with another person. One more person. Mr. Rao, please stop. Please stop. I also want to start the movement with Srimati Harsimrat Kaur Badal, who along with the entire Badal Parivar drives up to Amritsar airport in their own car. So I want to start the movement with these two ministers in the Modi government because I think they are arrogant. I think they are fairly undemocratic because they have no business saying that on any grounds they should be able to drive right up to Amritsar airport or for that matter into Patna airport. I think for both these ministers, it has become a matter of great ego and prestige. You know the fun, Mr. Narasimha, the great fun, the joy, the perks of the job. I am a mantri and I will do what I please, so I will walk right, I'll take my car right into the airport. There may be an old person, an ailing person, an unwell person, somebody on a wheelchair. There may be somebody who has done a bypass just a few days back. There may be somebody who may not be able to walk, but they must not. They must not have this facility. I am a Badal or I am a Paswan, right? And as a Badal and a Paswan, I have a right to be treated differently. You agree with me, Mr. Rao?
Yeah, there are 17 such names. I think you don't only...
No, I am with all. I am also with Lalu Prasad. I am questioning those who are in the government.
There are only...
I am questioning those who are in the government, no?
Yeah, there are 17 such people, 17 such leaders, and I have the list in front of me.
I am asking about these two because they are affiliated to the BJP. Am I wrong? Shatrughan Sinha is a member of the BJP? He has a medical problem. Tell me, there are lots of people who have medical problems like his or greater than him, older than him, worse medical problems. Why should he be allowed to drive his car right up to the plane? You promised to end VVIP culture, did you not? Did you or did you not?
We have.
No, did you? Then what are you doing about it? Then what are you doing about it?
You direct your questions. Direct your questions at the party which had promised.
No, but you are the party in power, no?
Never said.
Do I ask a party that has 44 MPs or do I ask the party that has 282 MPs?
Now, let me tell you, Mr. Arnab Goswami, this is ingrained. This VIP culture is ingrained in politicians. I accept.
No, but why are you?
Welcoming
the panel
in your own biradari.
Bejan Mishra, Jitendra.
I think the kind of I hope you will be able to talk about your own breed. Have the guts to talk about.
No. One minute. What did you say? 1 second. What did you say? You said in your own biradari. 1 second. 1 second. GVL Narasimha Rao.
Yes. I said that.
Okay, so tell me which. Okay, so I'll tell you. Let's name and shame. Let's name and shame. I want to ask you. Let's name and shame. I want to know tonight which journalist in India. I want to know tonight which journalist in India takes their car up to the tarmac of the plane.
No. Let me tell you, Arnab. Let me tell you. I think these are the two people that you mentioned. They've been given only a time-bound.
Time-bound? Why should they get it for 1 day?
This is ridiculous. Such people.
This is shameful. This is shameful. This is arrogant.
Please talk about.
Take it away.
Your own biradari.
Take it away.
Repeat it. You guys enjoy the kind of privileges.
Which guys? No, which guys?
No, in journalists of your breed.
Which guys? Now 1 minute, please. I belong to a profession, not a breed. Be careful of what you say.
What breed?
What do you mean breed? No, I belong to a profession. I'm proud of my profession. Don't call it a breed. Now I'm asking you.
Be proud. Be proud.
Now I'm asking you, since I don't.
Be proud.
Since I don't, and I'm willing to ask you today, I don't drive my vehicle, I don't ask for special facilities, and neither will I, nor do I allow people from my channel, right? So I have every moral right to ask.
Not to press,
I have every moral right to ask you, and my question to you is, I think it is wrong. And I'm opening up. I want action from you tonight. I want action from you. I want you to say charity stuff. I want a commitment that Ramvilas Paswan, Harsimrat Kaur Badal,
apply the same standards.
Shatrughan Sinha.
Please apply the same standards.
I do apply. I apply every living moment of my life.
Yeah, but don't put a press sticker on any of your vehicles. Please tell the entire journalistic community. Please don't use privileges.
No, one second. With the press sticker, if somebody goes into a plane, what privilege? What privilege do you get?
All the journalists have their private cars pasted with a press sticker.
This is what happens. You're beginning to sound like the party you replaced.
This is what happens.
You're beginning to sound like the party you replaced in power.
No, enough.
Remember. By the way, this is the same party and the same gentleman, Narasimha Rao, who used to come and talk about we should not give Robert Vadra any special, like a huge election issue. Robert Vadra, take away security act, do this away. We will end the VVIP Raj.
Why are you getting annoyed when I talk about your own profession?
Mr. Narasimha, I know about my profession. I want to know, in this list before me,
unnerved.
In this list before me, Mr. Rao.
Please ask your callers. I request you to ask your callers whether they see any journalists using privileges which are not meant
for... So by the way, that's such a shallow and unthought argument that you're putting across, Mr. Rao. Because one point is this, I have a list before me. And if you want to say that I and this government, we will not take away Harsimrat Kaur Badal's special facilities, we don't have the courage to act against Paswan. He's like, like the previous government did not have the courage to act against A. Raja. But they needed the numbers. You don't even need the numbers. The previous government did not have the courage. The previous government did not have the courage to act against A. Raja, and see what happened. I want you to stop Mr. Paswan's car from going right up to his plane.
This government is reviewing. Let me tell you, the government is reviewing. You can check with the ministry tomorrow.
What review?
What review?
This is being reviewed.
Why do you need to review?
Okay, opening up the debate.
Let's ask the first simple question.
No, watch it. Bejan Mishra is taking you on. Bejan Mishra.
Security.
You see, why review?
Hello. Consideration. It will have to be continued.
Sir, 1 second, relax.
Security is the concern.
You need to set a new culture. You need to set a new culture where you will commit that you would not discriminate one against the other. And make sure you start it at home first by showing and demonstrating that you are committed to that kind of an indiscriminatory kind of an attitude. You have to make sure that a citizen, like I, when I stand, listen to me first.
Listen to him.
No, listen to me. You listen to me. You listen to me for 2 minutes. You have spoken enough. What I want to tell you is...
You ask Anchor. I won't give you 2 minutes.
Please listen to me. Please listen to me.
You ask him.
Please listen to me. If I stand in the queue for 1 hour to get myself frisked, every citizen in this country needs to stand for 1 hour to get themselves frisked before they go through the security. Please remember this.
That is the case,
as a citizen, listen.
If you don't know the fact, what can I tell you? Every member of parliament is frisked. Every minister of state is frisked. This is not exempted.
If I don't know the fact, in the queue,
you want to simply talk about it.
My time
Everyone is frisked, my dear friend.
My time is as important as your time is.
Up to the minister of state.
That's what
every member of parliament is frisked. There is no exemption for MPs.
But my question tonight is against
facts. Don't speak.
Mr. I know sometimes we make simple answers to simple questions so complicated. And Mr. Rao, I'll just have one bit of unsolicited advice that I would like to give you tonight. Don't get all worked up if I ask you this question. Don't.
I will not.
Thank you. Because the point is that if I open up the phone lines right now, like a deluge, people will call and tell you what they think about what's going on. Mr. Rao, I am a tax-paying citizen.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And I work hard to get the basic rights that I need to get as a citizen, like me, millions of people in this country. And today I want you to break down, if possible by tomorrow morning, break down that, that signboard outside the Chandigarh railway station. I'll show pictures of that signboard. Mr. Majitia, I'd like you to come into it. You know, there's actually a road in India, ladies and gentlemen. You enter there, and there is this road which says, if you are a VVIP, go left. If you are any other human being, go right. अगर आपके गाड़ी पे झंडा है तो लेफ्ट जाइए, और अगर आपके गाड़ी में बत्ती नहीं है तो राइट जाइए. तो मैं तो मजीठिया जी आज यही बात कहूंगा जो मैं एक साल पहले कहा करता था जब कांग्रेस पार्टी सरकार में थी, कि लोगों को इतनी ही अगर obsession हो गई है that we need to be treated like VVIPs, they should carry a red light on their head. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. ये जो board है, I call this apartheid.
Absolutely, it is.
This is the new racism in India. That there is you and there are VVIPs.
It is.
And there are jhande wali garis and there are non-jhande wali garis.
Mr. Goswami.
And you expect us to be quiet about it. And we are told Raghav about standards in public life. Are these the standards in public life that people voted for in April and May? I'd like to get Raghav Chadda into the debate.
Has set new standards.
What standards? Break that board.
Even the minister,
take away this list. Tear up this list. Tear up this list.
Standing in the queue.
Tear up this list.
Tear
up this list. Tear up this list. Tear up and destroy this list.
Please understand.
Do not give these special privileges.
One example.
Don't stop your ministers from taking their cars right up into the tarmac.
Mr. Rao.
Raghav Chadda.
Arnab, even the minister. Arnab, the Minister for Civil Aviation, who is exempt from all this, he reports 1.5 hours before.
I am asking you about Ramvilas Paswan and Harsimrat Kaur Badal and Shatrughan Sinha and Lalu Prasad and Prafulla Kumar Mohanta.
They have a limited window. They have been given only a limited window for this.
Raghav Chadda.
Concerns that were reported.
Raghav Chadda is entering the debate now, please. Raghav Chadda.
Mr. Rao, you are a very accomplished spokesperson. All of us expected a far more mature response from you today. You see, Mr. Goswami, all these entitlements, these symbols of authority that the opening package of this show so beautifully articulated, I would say that even the British, had they been ruling India till date, would not have indulged in such obnoxious symbols of authority. You know, these entitlements, these symbols are mere symptoms.
I have not defended any of these.
A larger disease.
I have stated upfront.
A disease. Hold on, sir. Give me the privilege of replying. You have distributed so many privileges. At least give me the privilege of replying. Can I have the privilege of replying, sir? Please hold on. Please hold on. You see, these symptoms, all these privileges are just symptoms of a bigger disease. A disease in which these people, these self-proclaimed VVIP think that they are royalty and people like you and me are inferior beings. They have a mentality of hubris and arrogance. This VIP mindset, this feudal mindset needs to be shunned away. And I fundamentally believe, Mr. Goswami, even the people of this country might denounce them, reject them in every electoral outcome, but they can only be taught a lesson by a vigilant media and an equally vigilant citizen force.
Come on, don't give lectures. You are something to it, Raghav. You are something to it. Your own leaders,
these privileges and symbols.
You are not
different. The BJP,
from why is it? I want to ask you. I want to ask you.
Your leaders want large bungalows.
Into the electoral scene in 2014.
Your leaders are not different.
Hold on.
Your party is not different.
Furnish documents and then we'll
Your leader.
No, hold on.
Please tell me.
There is a difference.
Your leaders are they not asking for the biggest of bungalows?
Mr. Rao, let me complete. After that, you can make this point. Let me complete.
Don't
please hold on. Please hold on.
Lecture.
You see, at the heart of this debate is the question of equality. Sir, don't get agitated. Don't get agitated. Hold on. Allow me to complete.
So don't
at the heart of this debate, Mr. Goswami, is the question of equality. These people, these self-proclaimed VVIPs, I'm not naming you, Mr. Rao, I'm saying these self-proclaimed VVIPs indulge in this act of inequality and thereby they draw patterns of discrimination. They draw unsolicited, uncalled for patterns of hierarchy and they assert
everywhere, and it's everywhere, and we really, people would have expected this government to act, but it's not. I can make out tonight, one second, I can make out tonight that as of now, unless people actually build this up into a huge movement, and I'm requesting you, in the national interest, we need reforms, we need movement, we need growth, we need the economy to grow, we need roads, we need bullet trains if required, but we don't need this kind of 18th century mindset to go with it. And if you tell me tomorrow, Mr. Rao, I will give you a bullet train, but to reach the railway station, there will be 2 roads. One road will be a road for the Aam Aadmi, and one road will be a road for the VVIP. I will say I don't want that bullet train. You understand the depth of what I'm saying. You must change the mindset. I now want to call upon the Akali Dal spokesperson.
I clearly see this as an excess.
I now call upon the Akali Dal spokesperson to explain to the viewers tonight why the Badal family, one second, permission for facility of access to Shri Prakash Singh Badal, Chief Minister Punjab, Sukhbir Singh Badal, Deputy Chief Minister Punjab, Harsimrat Kaur Badal. And not just that, Harsimrat Kaur Badal's brother.
Mr. Majithia.
No, one second. Harsimrat Kaur Badal brother. And you are the same people. You are in a government that used to say, we don't want special privileges for Robert Vadra, but, hello, is Majithia the new Robert Vadra? Is Majithia the new Robert Vadra? And I want to ask the BJP today, what kind of compulsion are you under? You know that the previous government fell down because Manmohan Singh could not control the DMK. You can't control Mr. Majithia. Who are these? Is this a fake list? No, what are you shaking your head for? This is the fact. Mr. Please tell me, sir, I think tonight you need to tell me Manjeet Singh, Mr. Manjeet Singh, आप मुझे बताइए पहले ये वापस कब होगा? ये क्यों है उनको ऐसा VVIP treatment?
Arnab, let me answer now.
Yeah, answer.
Yeah. Arnab, the thing is that you have talked about Harsimrat Kaur Badal.
Yeah.
As far as best of my knowledge, she doesn't even go around with the security.
I don't, no, doesn't matter, go around, not go around and all. My problem is this, one second, why do they get this privilege? No, why do they get this privilege?
Please let me, please.
Why do they get the privilege?
I have travelled with them. I have travelled with them.
Why is she on the list? Why is she on the list? Why is she on the list? Take her off the list.
No car goes up to the tarmac.
Why is she on the list? Why is she? Is this list true or not? No. According to this, one second. According to this, please, 1 minute. According to this list, Harsimrat Kaur Badal, Mr. Majithia, right, as well as Sukhbir Badal and Prakash Singh Badal are allowed to take their cars right up to the plane. I consider it absolutely insulting that one minute, that Miss Badal, tomorrow there'll be somebody twice her age who will be sick, ailing, may not be able to walk. That person will not have the right. I am asking about rights of the average citizen today. My question, not whether she uses or doesn't use. She has the right to drive her car right into this thing. And when we ask her, she arrogantly says, you ask the person who made the list. I am asking you, why does she have the right and a person twice her age does not have the right? You answer my question. You tell me whether this is morally right.
Arnab, I'm answering.
You tell me today why this is happening.
Only Mr. Prakash Singh Badal, the Chief Minister.
Doesn't matter. Then why is the whole family here? No, first of all, even he shouldn't. Even he shouldn't.
I have travelled with them. They go through the security.
What is this? And what? By the way, tell me, Mr. Manjeet Singh, what is this 2 roads to a railway station? 1 road for VVIP, 1 road for citizens. What do you think? The citizens are beggars?
I am not supposed to answer for Chandigarh Authority.
No, but what is going on? Your Akali Dal is part of the government, aren't you? Akali Dal is part of the government.
Mr. Prakash Singh,
Shameful.
Mr. Prakash Singh Badal is on a threat, high-level threat from the
across the border. This is not about threat. There are many people in this country who are on threat. This is nothing to do with threat. There are many people in this country who are on threat who are not on this list.
Arnab, don't.
But
the Chief Minister,
Mohandas Pai, by the way.
Nor Majithia, nor Simrat Badal, neither
Rubbish. I want to open up a call. Should I open up to a first caller tonight? I want to get one point. And by the way, I really implore upon the Narendra Modi government. I implore upon the Narendra Modi government to take away all these people from the list. It's another thing. There is something called perception. Mr. Narendra Modi would know today that the people of this country are watching this. And people of this country will ask that, okay, we can understand for one or two people. But to have all these people, ex-chief ministers, God knows how many other people, and don't tell me about SPG protectees. SPG protectee does not mean that you are entitled to take your car, drive it down and go to the plane. This is just one of those situations where it is treated like a favor. And you know what's going on here? Mr. Paswan, I want to tell you something. The real reason, Mr. Paswan, you want to be driven on a plane is because you are envious of Lalu Yadav having the privilege. And because Lalu Yadav has the privilege, Nitish tried to get the privilege and he was rejected. Right? So tomorrow there'll be competitive. It's a political status symbol. As if मैं कोई भी कुछ भी नहीं हूँ अगर मुझे ये right नहीं मिले. And I don't know why Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP, who used to come on my program and talk about the Congress party's VVIP culture and Vadra Raj, is today protecting exactly the same culture on the news. I want to hear people's voices. Rakesh Kaushik is an IT professional from Bengaluru. Rakesh Kaushik is an IT professional from Bengaluru. Rakesh, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Let's speak up against this. Rakesh has a question.
One incident happened today here in Bangalore, Arnav.
Yeah.
I was choked in a traffic jam just because one central minister was crossing the road, Hosur Road in Bangalore. Mohandas Paisar knows it. 1 hour, 20 minutes, the central ministry has been jamming the road, and on the same lane where I was standing, there were 3 ambulances going with the heart patients to the Narayana Hrudayalaya for an emergency.
My God.
And none of the police people were bothered to clear that. And they were on the flyover, the Daily Circle flyover. It was horrible to see that.
Who's the minister?
There is some.
Who's the minister?
I don't know the name, I'm sorry, but central minister was crossing. He was passing by on the Hosur Road. He had jammed the entire road on the near Forum Mall.
You know, Rakesh.
For 1 hour, 20 minutes.
You know, Rakesh.
1 hour, 20 minutes.
You know, Rakesh, there was a story here, and I'd like to get Mohandas Pai on this. You know, in our country, I don't remember the name, but in February 2002, around that time, February, March, there was a case of a lady passenger denied a wheelchair.
Yes.
Despite suffering from, dystrophy, a condition in which a person is unable to stand or move and is confined to a wheelchair. They don't get a wheelchair.
Correct.
But these arrogant politicians, Rakesh, you know, there are people who are 80-year-old passengers who are made to walk all the way from the boarding gate to the car park, and Renuka Chaudhary has the courage to ask, why does the plane wait?
Yes,
and Renuka Chaudhary can't say sorry. She gets all self-righteous about it.
I will tell you one more thing in the Bangalore International Airport, what's happening, Arnav ji. Bangalore International Airport, very closer to departure and arrival, that entire lane is meant for only VIPs, VVIPs. General public cannot go there. And the third lane only can be taken by them.
I think all these cases, which is why, Rakesh, I'm proposing tonight a name and shame movement, and I'm saying this to you and everyone. Rakesh, thanks for calling. I'm saying tonight, wherever you have an example of a VVIP culture which you think is offensive, right? Let's do the name and shame movement. And I have experienced this. I have experienced this in many years. And I think here is a great opportunity, everyone, especially the young people of this country, to teach these politicians a lesson once and for all. Before Basudev from Kolkata comes in, Basudev, I want to go to Jitendra Bhargav. Jitendra Bhargav, why do?
I don't think anybody in the country will support this VIP culture.
But why do?
Narasimha Rao had come straight away.
Yeah,
said, I would. Look, we have a list, all right.
But we are going to tear it apart.
Compulsion, we'll review it and do away with it. The fact is, media has created enough of a perception. People are against it. The question is, how do you curb it now? Since the government, government bureaucrats and the politicians are themselves beneficiaries of this VIP culture, they are very unlikely to do away with it. So there has to be a third party, media, and perhaps the courts to intervene and stop this VIP culture. But the amount of harassment that
there is only one way. There is only one way.
It's huge.
There is only one way. Cost to the nation. The nation must know what these privileges are costing the nation.
I'll tell you.
We must ensure that every privilege has to be quantified in terms of the cost which we, the taxpayers, are paying, like the cost to the company, the cost to the nation.
Should I tell you the
harassment that is caused, you can never quantify in tangible terms.
We need to make it tangible. We need to understand if the hospital, if the ambulance is not able to move, then that policeman who is supposed to make it move should be made accountable. We must make sure that this new government, that and we all allied with the new Modi government, we all supported. Why did we give you the majority? Because you will bring changes. Yes. Why these changes are not coming? You must bring the change. You must ensure that you demonstrate what you have committed. And you must make sure, cost to the nation. Cost to the nation. How much is it costing to give these privileges to a taxpayer? If a security is moving, how much are we paying for that security?
Should I tell you the cost? Should I tell you the cost?
Yes.
I'll tell you the cost, and which is why. 1 second, Salman Soz, before I come to you. I'll tell you the cost. Cost is in delay, harassment, inconvenience, time, but most of all, should I tell you what? Should I tell you what? The greatest cost is that of self-respect.
Absolutely.
Self-respect.
Absolutely.
And Mr. Rao, hear me tonight. Because I want to tell you tonight, this country is watching tonight. In July 2010, an 8-year-old boy died in Kanpur. He died in Kanpur because he was not allowed the shortest passage to the hospital because the Prime Minister's security arrangements were on the route. In December 2010, a heart patient died in New Delhi because his ambulance was stuck in an alternative route that was set up for Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. My question tonight is this, and hear me tonight, you cannot snatch away from the people of India the right to self-respect.
Absolutely.
No mandate allows it.
You can't undermine us any longer.
And this list, Mr. Narasimha Rao, this list is a slap in the face of democracy.
I want to name and shame.
This list is a slap in the name of democracy.
Good.
And we'll make it a movement, we'll make it a movement, Mr. Rao. We'll make it a movement.
This government is already committed to it.
Committed to it, take Ram Vilas Paswan off the list and then talk on the Newshour.
Enforce the right to equality.
Remove all the
Tell Lalu Prasad your party is over.
Your own attempts in the media will only aid this effort. I congratulate you. I have no problem.
No, now you are congratulating. 15 minutes back you were doing something else.
No.
Arnab, 1 point.
No, I was telling you the mindset.
So mindset, I know the mindset.
Mindset also
suffered because of this.
This also extends.
You will do it tomorrow.
Extends to bureaucrats and to the media.
You will change the rules. Sir, I tell you one thing. One second. Salman Soz, first of all, you must start by telling Ranuka Chaudhary, don't insult the people of this country by saying, why did the plane wait?
I will not apologize for any VIP.
And why is Karan Singh on the list? Why is Karan Singh on the list? Because he's royalty? He's got some false sense of royalty?
No,
why is Karan Singh on the list? I tell you the congressman on the list. Karan Singh.
No, I'm just saying.
Why is Karan Singh on the list?
I personally think, I don't know what the circumstances are.
Do you believe Lalu Prasad should be taken off the list? I'm asking a Congress spokesman. Speak the truth tonight, sir. Mr. Congress spokesperson, should Lalu Prasad be off the list?
Everybody should be off the list.
Okay, Congress. Okay, fine.
Let me give you one quick point. One quick point, Arnab. In J&K, you have the worst VIP culture. The worst VIP culture is in J&K. You have escorts of politicians and bureaucrats who hound common people off the roads. They have these dandas, they hit cars. That kind of humiliation you will not have in any part of the country, as you have in J&K. I'm telling you, J&K has the worst VIP culture. And
here's one thing. Is there a separate VIP entrance gate at Srinagar Airport? Be careful of what you say. I'm asking you.
No, I mean what?
Is there a separate VIP gate at Srinagar Airport? And Mr. Soz, I am told by some people that you and your family also use it.
I don't use any separate.
Your family uses a VIP separate gate?
I have been humiliated myself. Look, I stand in a queue.
No, I am asking you, there is no security check there.
I'm telling you.
Flight crew take the VIP straight to the plane without security checks. Have you or your family members ever used this kind of privilege?
I've never gone to the plane. Never.
I've never done that. I know that some people do have that privilege out there. I've never. I stand in the queue.
Yeah, so what were you doing? You were in part for many years. No, what were you doing then? You suddenly discovered all this when you're out of power.
I'm saying I agree.
This is interesting.
I'm just saying that it is totally wrong.
So why were you quiet till now? Because it was convenient. Okay, Mohandas Pai will come into the debate. Basudev from Kolkata. Mohandas Pai, sorry, I'm coming to you late, please. 1 second. Basudev from Kolkata. Mr. Basudev?
Yes, Arnab.
Go ahead, sir. You're live now.
Arnab, thank you for getting an unknown citizen on your channel. For people to hear the voice of an ordinary citizen, may I just two short sentences. One, what you are discussing is a symptom, not the disease. The disease is, and I've worked on it for 20 years, the disease is that these people have no self-confidence and therefore no self-respect. They have no self-confidence and therefore no self-respect.
Correct.
You cannot expect them to remove their own facilities.
Yeah.
Yes.
The index of VIP arrogance is directly correlated to the index of popular patience. Therefore, what we have to do together, and I'm with you on this, though I'm 69 years old, but I'm with you on this, that the only way to do it is popular resentment, popular shaming.
Agreed. Very good. Absolutely, Mr. Basudev.
The citizens of this country.
Absolutely, Mr. Basudev.
How to shame them? What will shake them?
Absolutely.
And that is to show them that we know your weakness. You're not a big guy. You're hiding from me behind the black glass and the red light. If necessary, we'll take it out.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely, I'm with you. And Mr. Basudev, thank you for lending your voice. You don't have to thank me, but I must thank you. But Mohandas Pai, there's a problem in our country. David Cameron can take an underground tube and travel with co-passengers to see the London Olympics, right?
Correct.
He gets rid of the motorcades. But in our country, once you are in power, you forget everything you said before you came to power. Right?
Absolutely, Arnab, because this is a continuation of the feudal mindset that people have, because the people of this country have become quiet. They have not protested all this while. They stood as supplicants. Now, from this program is very clear, the entire citizenry is angry at this VIP culture. And I think we need some leaders to make sure that this stops. People are no longer willing to accept this kind of a VIP culture anymore.
So I'm asking...
Political leaders should act as representatives and should lead from the front rather than becoming VIPs.
Absolutely. And this list includes a convicted politician who cannot run for office as a result of his being convicted for corruption, and yet he and his wife are allowed access to a plane in their own vehicle, while all other Aam Aadmi languish in long queues. This is the culture you are creating and allowing. I am requesting you, Mr. Narasimha Rao, and this will become a campaign. I'm telling you, it will be a movement. Tear this list apart. Apart from those who genuinely deserve it, maybe 2 or 3.
First
remove the rest.
Tomorrow.
Remove it. Remove it.
Arnab, your campaign only will help.
I wonder sometimes why we need to do campaigns. Why you don't have some moment of self-realization?
No, I think there are political reasons, this.
What? I don't know. Please share with me. I want to know. I want to know. You want to keep Badals happy? You want to keep the Badals happy?
No.
Raghav Chadda raises his hand. Raghav Chadda is contradicting you. Raghav Chadda.
Please understand, Punjab is a different state.
Mr. Rao, today you sound like the Congress, absolutely like the spokesperson of the Congress back in 2012
I think you won't get any,
2013.
you can't get away saying that, Raghav.
You don't understand. The question is not about whether someone should be given or not.
Congress.
The question... No, hold on. No, sir, please. Today you should acknowledge. You must acknowledge that these symbols of authority,
no, Mr. Kejriwal
must be shunned away.
Mr. Kejriwal wants a house as big as
arrogance, this hubris
Mr. Kejriwal,
needs to be shunned away.
Have to accept.
Now, please hold on, sir. You can't compare apples and oranges. Hold on.
Does your leader, Kejriwal,
please understand.
Is your leader not asking for a big house
now,
as big as
whether it's the land acquisition bill or it's the VIP culture, you are creating inequality in this country.
Come on, don't
you are going against the spirit of republicanism enshrined in our constitution. You must realize patterns of discrimination, patterns of exclusion. We don't need them anymore. The rule that the BJP is giving today, the kind of symbols of authority that we see today are the symbols of authority that even the British never used. This is worse than the British. Gore chale gaye, kale aa gaye. That's the reality. Why don't you acknowledge this, sir? Today, have the courage, have the spine to stand up and say, as a responsible spokesperson and a responsible citizen of this country, that you denounce this. Tomorrow morning, your ministers, the concerned minister, must tear apart this list. And please do not give this argument of a security threat or a medical condition. Everybody knows that these facilities are given.
Come on, there is
and I'm saying tonight, I am saying to you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we make this a movement of ending the VVIP Raj.
Why does a Baba Ramdev need Z security? Why does a Baba Ramdev need Z security?
Kejriwal must seek apology.
It is.
No, why does Kejriwal need a big house bigger than Sheila Dixit?
Favoritism, nothing.
No, I'm asking you. Okay, so 1 second, 1 minute. My question to GVL Narasimha Rao. Mr. Rao, listen to me.
Why does he need to
Mr. Narasimha Rao, listen to me. Mr. Narasimha Rao, listen to me. In 2013, some statistics for you. You have been a cephalogist, you know numbers. 47,557 policemen protecting 14,842 VIPs in this country. That is an average of about 3.5 policemen to 1 VIP. What is the ratio for the Aam Aadmi? 761 citizens, 1 policeman. So one citizen share, there are 761 citizens share 1 policeman. What does the VIP do? Every VIP there are 3.5 policemen. So the world is about 2,500 to 3,000 times more equal for the VIP than it is for the Aam Aadmi. In this context, I have every right to ask you, and I will ask you, sir, अच्छे दिन क्या सिर्फ बाबा रामदेव के आगे? अच्छे दिन की बात कर रहे थे, अच्छे दिन तो बाबा रामदेव के आके उनकी सिक्योरिटी बढ़ गई। और मैं आपसे यह भी पूछना चाहूंगा कि आप मुझे बताइए, विनम्रता से यह बात बताइए आप मुझे, कि मैं चाहता हूं कि ये जो लिस्ट है मेरे सामने, जिसमें शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा, करण सिंह, ऋषांक केशिंग, पीके मोहंता, जयललिता, मायावती, रामविलास पासवान, लालू प्रसाद, राबरी देवी, बादल्स, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा, मैं ये चाहता हूं कि आपने मुझे बताइए आज कि आपने you made an admission today. You made an admission today. You said there are political reasons.
We have given it to only 2 of them.
1 second. You remove the others.
All others have been
remove the others. Whoever may have remove it.
Yes, they will be removed.
When? Tell me when. When?
They will be. You see.
When?
Very soon.
Very soon is when? Tomorrow, day after, 1 week from now.
If you.
When?
You want to listen or you want to speak?
Perhaps do it tomorrow.
When?
No, the minister... No, it cannot happen tomorrow.
So why not? Because politicians in this country... Sir, there are passengers... I have seen in airports... I have seen in airports... 1 second. I have seen in airports, which is why I find Renuka... I have seen in airports... Passengers... I am seeing, sir... This is a... I have seen in airports... I travel quite often... There are horror of passengers who have horror of being denied wheelchairs. And airport staff, despite having a medical condition, people, old men and women, stand there in line. They have nowhere to sit, right? While a politician is whisked past in a buggy. So I am asking you today, so when will this injustice end? You can't tell me soon. I'm not going to let you get away with soon.
Listen to me. You want me to give you a date?
Yes, I want you to give me a date.
Yes. You want a date?
The Ministry of Civil Aviation is reviewing. It is
no, they are not reviewing. They will better review now.
Security.
Next caller, Jitendra Kumar from Delhi. Jitendra Kumar is calling from Delhi.
The ministry, it's the Home Ministry which will eventually take a call on
Jitendra Kumar is calling in.
Kejriwal must answer. I think AAP must answer. They are sucked into this privileges game.
Jitendra Kumar is calling from Delhi.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Goswami.
Good evening.
My question is to Mr. Rao. Actually, I stay in Delhi, so we have so many hope from Mr. Modi. So, when they came into the power, all the promises which they made before the elections, now, on each and every promises which they have made, now they are running away. Whether it's a land acquisition bill, VVIP culture, and the Achhe Din. All Achhe Dins are only for the corporates. All VVIP culture is only for the corporate. So what is for the common man? This is my question to Mr. Rao.
Yeah, if you are living in Delhi, if you are a common man, I think you would have experienced the inflation in this country. The prices of petrol and diesel have come down 10 times. The inflation in this country has come down. No, you are an Aam Aadmi Party cadre. I cannot give you answers which will please you. But I am telling you facts.
The price of petrol is due to global factors.
And listen,
Raghav is laughing.
And the inflation,
Raghav is laughing
and the retail inflation today is 5%. It used to be 10%.
Okay,
is that not Achhe Din?
Basic
Double-digit inflation is down by half.
Acha, so Achhe Din aage. Okay, fine. Raghav is responding. Raghav and Salman Sood. Raghav.
Let me give you, sir, let me break it down in simple terms for you, because you must stop boasting about the inflation and the oil prices that your government has cut. The oil prices in the international crude market have come down from $125 per barrel to $45 per barrel. It's down by 60%. You guys have given us only a relief of 12%.
If you are interested, we can have a debate. I don't want you to give misleading answers.
You think these people
you are misleading. You are masters at misleading. I can give you all the answers. This is not the topic of debate. Arnab, if you want to give me time, I won't let him speak. Otherwise, I have to be given time to speak on this. I think these are the lies. These are the lies they want to pervade.
That you guys are losing ground.
I will not allow him to ask questions if you don't give me
There was this footage of a passenger crying.
Arrogance.
In the airport recently. I want to show you a footage. My question is very basic. My question is very basic. 1 second, Mr. Rao, listen to me. Mr. Rao, listen to me. Listen to me, Mr. Rao. Listen to me, Mr. Rao. Mr. Rao, listen to me for a minute. Mr. Rao, I am asking you whether we live in an equal world. 1 second. Watch, I will do this campaign. I am committing to the viewer tonight. I will do this campaign day after day and night after night, because my basic question is whether we live in an equal world. Now, there was a video I saw recently where there is a woman, right, who comes there. She's on time, right? She's disallowed by Air India from boarding the flight. She says, my mother is seriously unwell. And the official says, once you are late, you will lose the flight, nothing is free. This is the way an average Aam Aadmi is treated. And on the other hand, Rabri Devi is allowed to go, and Ramvilas Paswan and Badal and Farooq Abdullah is allowed to go, and Renuka Chaudhary delays the flight and she has the temerity to ask, why did the plane wait? It's a Marie Antoinette kind of comment. Let them have cake. I mean, this is the limit. This is apartheid going on in our country. It is VVIP racism has started in our country. And I have Jinil on the line from Vadodara. Jinil, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Arnabji.
Yes, Vinay.
I had seen many times you conducting the debates on VVIP culture many times. But till now, I don't see any change in the mindset of these people.
That's why we are asking the question.
And this VVIP culture has been continuing since long time, and they are just addicted to such kind of a privilege.
Mohandas Pai, I'm sorry. I want Mohandas Pai to come in. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. Mohandas Pai, what's the way out now? You tell me. Everyone's exasperated. What is your advice for Mr. GVL Narasimhan?
Arnab, the advice for Mr. Rao is that you must talk to our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, who has been elected by these people, and ask him to prune the list and demonstrate to his people his commitment to all of us to create a real egalitarian society.
Yeah,
the Prime Minister has to do it, the Home Minister has to do it, and GVL now has to take the message to them. In the next 30 days, we want to see a prune list.
Yes.
And I think the prune list is not there. We have to go to the Supreme Court and demand of the government. Because if you try agitation, you try anything else, governments are insensitive. So we will look up to the Prime Minister to do it. I hope he does not fail us. I think that's the quickest solution.
But a lot of things have been happening, Mohandas Pai. There's a growing feeling out. The House Committee met on the 16th. They want special privileges. They want to be treated differently at toll plazas. They want people to be deployed to them at airports, right?
I know.
And these are exactly, aren't these exactly the things, Mr. Mohandas Pai, aren't these exactly the things that bothered the people about the previous government? Aren't these exactly the reason why the Congress party lost support?
Absolutely, but that's why Arnab, the people of India voted for Narendra Modi because he went on campaigning, he promised us something.
Yes.
We should ask him to keep his promise and send a message to Mr. Rao, to our Prime Minister, because, you know, the people are voted for him.
Mohandas Pai, you heard Mr. Rao. You heard Mr. Rao what he said. He said there are certain political reasons. Mohandas Pai, do you think Narasimha Rao should explain tonight what these political reasons are openly on Newshour so that the people know?
Arnab, you know it much better.
No, I want to hear it from him. No, because remember, Mohandas Pai, there was once a press conference where I had told the Prime Minister that you can't blame everything on coalition politics. You can't blame it on the compulsions of coalition politics. I want to hear I apply the same logic to Mr. Rao must tell us tonight and declare what the political reasons for continuing the VVIP culture are. Tell us, sir.
Okay, for continuing with the present list that you have, the government has...
No, VVIP culture everywhere. Two roads, separate lists,
only
different treatment at by CISF, different treatment at toll plazas.
Only consideration would be security as far as the list at the airport is concerned.
Really? What security does Rabri Devi need? What security does Paswan need?
No, you can't.
Please, what
synonymous with security?
No, Jitendra Bhargav, please respond.
You can't treat VVIPs to be synonymous with security. How do you believe that every VVIP has a security threat and a common man does not? This cannot be done. I don't think your arguments will hold any water. You've got to take a fresh look.
Their lives are more important than our lives.
Mr. Rao, just 1 minute on political compulsions. Let me tell you, the political compulsion should be that if you don't act, you will lose a larger number of votes.
Yeah, that's right.
And the support of a selected few VVIP politicians. Please wake up and act.
And by the way, Mr. Rao, you were not voted by the VVIPs. You were voted by the people of this country. And one more thing, Mr. Rao, let me tell you this, and I'm really going to say this to you. Those 282 seats, you can look at your mandate in two ways.
Salman, why these names have been included? I think our government has included only two.
Delete them. Delete them.
No, there can be no justification.
Why have you added two?
You should have reviewed the remaining 59.
Anybody who does not require it for the purpose of security, I think can be pro.
Mr. Rao, this argument cannot be held valid because once you added two names, 15 other names ought to have been reviewed whether the justification given stands even today or not.
And Mr. Rao, I want to say one more thing to you in right earnest, please. You know, there are different ways you can look at your 282 MPs. One way nowadays, because so that the same arrogance does not afflict you that afflicted the Congress party. Those 282 MPs that you have, that number, understand, Mr. Rao, what I'm saying, that those 282 MPs does not take away the right of the people to ask you to change things. It gives them the right to ask you to change things. Those two, that mandate, Mr. Rao, that mandate, I'm sorry, mandate, Mr. Rao, that mandate, Mr. Rao, is not a mandate to do what you want. Mr. Rao, that is not a mandate to do what you want. That is a mandate to do what the people want.
We understand this, I repeat, we understand this.
Then take away and snatch away, because I appeal to all viewers tonight on the Newshour. And I'm appealing to every single viewer on the Newshour tonight, every single one of you. Join me in this movement. And I'm saying this to you tonight is a promise I have here tonight. That please name and shame, spot the arrogant VVIP, spot a case of VVIP racism and end VVIP racism in our country. Diwakar is our last caller from Coimbatore. Diwakar, good evening. Good evening, Diwakar.
Good evening, sir. I'm a teacher in Coimbatore.
Yeah.
See, I belong to a constituency from where BJP didn't win a seat in Lok Sabha. Right? My humble advice to the BJP spokesperson is this. It is because of the sheer arrogance that Congress had to face its own downfall. Let not BJP repeat it. Mr. Rao says openly in the national channel that there are some political compulsions. I consider this as a revelation.
Let him speak, Mr. Rao. You said it.
Congress.
No, Divakar is right. No, the viewer is right. You said it.
The Congress party.
No, you said for yourself. No, the viewer is right.
Yes.
The viewer is right.
Why not BJP be remembered by the future generation as a party which put an end to this DSC culture?
Yes.
It is an opportunity for them to earn the goodwill of the people. I hope they will make use of it.
Thank you very much for calling.
We are no more living in the era of Mary Antoinette. They should go to BJP loud and clear.
Mr. Goswami,
Absolutely. No, I'm wrapping this up. Yes, Raghav, very quickly, 30 seconds left on the debate. It's time for introspection about this.
One quick point.
Yeah.
The solution to this problem, Mr. Goswami, the solution to this problem is twofold. One, you would remember very correctly that Times Now held a debate once about an incident in Pakistan where I think Mr. Rahman, the former minister, was late on a flight and the flight was held up. But the people who were boarding that flight shunned him away. That is the kind of mindset that we need to develop, inculcate, and then throw these self-proclaimed VVIPs out of this VVIP culture. And number two, we want vigilant media houses like you to run a campaign to name and shame these people.
We will.
Along with a vigilant citizen force. If we do, these two things, I think that to a very substantial extent, this VVIP culture can be put to rest.
That's a good suggestion. I commit once again that the Newshour will take this forward. It's not a one-day coverage which we are doing. I'm so appalled, Raghav, I can share with you. I'm so appalled with what I've heard about and what my reporters told me tonight. And I think there is a great need to push this. And Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, we practice what we preach. But you need to practice what you used to preach before the elections. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 2 on the Newshour tonight.